This is Rod Boomer Guitar Sessions, episode 87, Essential Scales and Stories. This often overlooked scale. We're going to add it to our soloing toolbox for 2025 and beyond, for rock guitar players, for pop guitar players, for whatever guitar player you are. If you don't know how to improvise, this scale is going to help you out. So whenever we're playing in major keys, we need to have some major stuff happening. Like we have to have tools for the major, who's soloing over major keys. The easiest tool I know of is the Major Pentatonic Scale, and that's what we're going to check out today. Okay, so when we say Major Pentatonic Scale, it is kind of like the Minor Pentatonic Scale. The Minor Pentatonic Scale is this. If you just, which in episode 86, that's what we covered. Same exact fingering, but our pinky is the root finger. So I'm just playing the same. Okay. So that scale, I can't tell you how overlooked that is because so many people don't even know it exists. And it's kind of boring. It's like you go to jam sessions and there's the guy that throws minor pentatonic over everything, and it sounds awkward and sometimes completely out of place. So when we're playing in major keys, often the choice can be a Major Pentatonic Scale. Okay, so like the minor pentatonic scale, the Major Pentatonic Scale is geometrically pleasing in that box patterns, geometry, shapes, 2 notes per string, all that stuff that we learn in the Minor Pentatonic Scale applies to the Major Pentatonic Scale. Okay, this is our root note. So what you want to do first is you want to figure out in the Major Pentatonic Scale where all the root notes are. Okay, you want to do the tethering thing that I talked about in the Minor Pentatonic Scale lesson, episode 86, is we come up with phrases, we work with phrases. And then we can stop phrases on the one. Now, you don't always have to do this again, but it is a good way to get started. Think in terms of something that can be sung. Okay? So. Like the major or the Minor Pentatonic Scale and what we did with adding the flat 5 in it, if we add that minor third into it, that's kind of, I think that has been called the country blues scale. Or the major blues scale, the country blues scale. Okay, this is a big kind of a scale in country music as well. It's like, so it is like the happy counterpart to the Minor Pentatonic Scale. Minor Pentatonic Scales, you play it over blues progressions and you play it over minor progressions. The Major Pentatonic Scale, you can still play over a blues progression, but then you go to major progressions. You don't want to really do it over a minor progression. That would sound not really appropriate. So it's a global sound, as I said before. The sound of the pentatonic is not just blues, it's not just country, it's not just American. It's African. It's from the Orient. It's from Asia. It's from India. It's all kinds of different cultures use this scale. So it has a singable quality to it. If you put some of your blues techniques together, like working on some vibrato, then that'll make your notes sing a lot more. And provided you get in the right position, it's hard. When you learn the scale fingers, it's hard to play a bad note. It's hard to play a bad note. So it's essential for Southern rock. It's essential for new country, which, and this is my opinion, a lot of new country just sounds like Southern rock, which is fine. I love both. So, but the Southern rock of the 70s is kind of like the new country of the today. Okay, so this can also add a different element to the 12-bar blues soloing. So if you're playing, you start a blues. By mixing pentatonics like that, this was a future lesson. By mixing pentatonics, it adds like a salt and pepper kind of sound. Both are great. Both taste good, but they taste different. All right. So the major pentatonic is certainly something you want to learn. Two positions that I want you to learn. Your same position that you learned in the minor pentatonic scale, and then you want to work on extending it, and we'll have future lessons in this as well. Also, your A string rooted major pentatonic. Or I want to say also the major pentatonic scale and the minor pentatonic scale, they're kind of easy to learn. And I don't want to say they're hard to master, but I think you can always get better at them. It's not hard to necessarily master. Like I still get a kick out of trying to get better at them after 45 years of guitar playing. All right. What more can I do with this scale? I practice this kind of stuff all the time. And the way I would practice this is pick songs that use it. Pick songs that are in a major key or a dominant key. When I say a dominant key, Mixolydian, like something like Sweet Home Alabama. Okay. Can't You See by Marshall Tucker Band. So lessons in the future in this, and it's inside the Guitar Collective. We talk about this stuff and work on this stuff all the time. So anyway, if you're interested, there's information in the description. So anyway, all right, 10 songs that show me the major pentatonic scale that'd be great. Soul Shine, Warren Haynes, every version of this he does, I cherish, even the acoustic version of it. So Blue Sky, Allman Brothers is like 13 minutes of him, Warren Haynes, and Dickie Betts going back and forth on soloing over a major key. Some of what they use is the major pentatonic scale. One of my all-time favorite guitar solos of all time is Let It Be by the Beatles. Okay, George Harrison. These are kind of new sounds for him when he played this solo. He didn't do a lot of stuff like that. It's Clapton influence. Okay. Yellow Lead Better by Pearl Jam. That's a great one. That's a great one. Dead Flowers is the way I kind of got into country music, even though it's the Rolling Stones. And anyway, check out that dweedly, dweedly, dweedly solo stuff in My Sharona. All right? So, anyway, major pentatonic scale, learn the fingering, get creative with it, pick out songs that are in major keys or dominant keys, and put this into your playing. Anyway, this is Rod. Boomer Guitar Sessions, episode 87. More essential scales coming up. I appreciate you. I believe in you. And see you next time. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can